Hello everyone and welcome to race number 7 here in the Crown Royal Truck Series here at the Richmond International Speedway. Nathan Stapleton and Nicholas Wade will roll off on the front row with Ryan Butcher and Logan Cloud in row 2. This is going to be a great short track Sunday night here in the Crown Royal Truck Series, and we will see who can win, as we are only 4 races away from the chase, and Nathan Stapleton being in that cutoff spot could really use a win. Even though being locked in does not mean you win the race, but just getting a win will give you a lot of points towards that championship.
Start your engines.
As I kind of missed the command here, we will say let's go ahead and fire those engines, and we'll roll off with the starting grid rolling across your screen. Nathan Stapleton, Nicholas Wade, row 1. Ryan Butcher, Logan Cloud, row 2. Look at DJ Gibson making his first start in the 9 truck this season. He's starting in row 3. Aiden Burkhardt, Blake Maurice, Diego Yepes, 3 of the big 4, and Jacob Edson as well, all starting outside of this top 15. So really, they're going to have to move a lot very quickly up through this field. Nathan Stapleton for PNC Hamill Racing. What a job this could be if he wins this race. In one of the worst full-time trucks out there, he has done so much. He's in the chase. To put it in perspective, Derek Hamill is the worst driver out of the full-time drivers. He's 21st in points, even behind drivers Justin Knight, Kalen Nosler, Matty Porta, and Patrick Smith, who have had horrible seasons. Green flag is out in the air, and Nathan Stapleton, can he win from the pole for PNC Hamill Racing? Huge push into the corner by Ryan Butcher. And now Butcher's going to be on his back bumper coming off of the corner. DJ Gibson back there in third. Jay Jefferson, Peter Onjek. Now Butcher's going to make the dive to the inside. And that is for the lead already. Can Butcher, he won Bristol 2 weeks ago on the last short track. Can he go 2 for 2? DJ Gibson in his first truck start. He's going to get up into that second position. Now Nicholas Wade looking for the third position. But back here, Jay Jefferson, this was the race he has his one and only career win at in the NSDCA. In Season 1, he won the only race we ever had at Richmond. Since then, this track has been repaved and revamped. Peter Onjek in that 44 truck back there, he finished second to Jay in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. So can Jay do it this season? DJ Gibson now trying to attack Ryan Butcher. Gibson drives for Zachary Racing in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, and Diego Yepes, the owner of Monster Motorsports, said at the beginning of the season whoever Zachary signs, since they're alliance partners, will be able to drive for Monster Motorsport. Gibson got 1 win this season at Las Vegas in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, and now making his first start in the trucks, trying to get himself a seat for next season if he can impress enough over Paul Jackson. And now they are still side by side. That's allowing Nicholas Wade to reel in. Look at Kalen Nosler up to that 5th position now. But that we are focusing on this battle. Nicholas Wade as well. Can Nicholas Wade get up there and throw his hands in the ring? Of course, Nicholas Wade, Gibson, I believe, is 8th in points. Nicholas Wade is 3rd in points, only 2 points back from the points leader, Logan Cloud, in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. A lot of big drivers are making their starts here. Logan Cloud back there in that Hardee's truck, he's about 10th. Nicholas Wade in the 59. DJ Gibson right now leading, so an impressive run right now for the Monster Motorsports gang and DJ Gibson. Of course, it says Jackson on the back of the truck. This was a late entry, and Monster Motorsports was not able to change the sponsors around in time. Nicholas Wade now down to the inside. He is in second, or looking for second on Ryan Butcher. What would it be if a bunch of underdogs could win this race? We saw at South Boston earlier yesterday, it was Nathan Ormond for a failing McReynolds Family Racing. He was able to take home the victory in that race over drivers from TSR Racing. Yes, this TSR Racing, who field Jay Jefferson, the runner-up to the Season 1 championship, and a strong contender, one of the greatest in the series, as well as Riley Spurleytube, who already has a win and has competed in the championship for 2 seasons in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. Derek Hamill Racing, though, they have not had the luck that TSR, Anjado, AJR have had. Nathan Stapleton, he is 8th in points. That's great. Derek Hamill, 21st in points. And Sean Ard in the Mountain Dew Custom Series has only made 2 races this season. PNC Hamill is definitely struggling. As you see, Monster Motorsports, Anjado, AJR, TSR, 4 of the top teams in this top 5 right now, of course, with PNC Hamill. Look at Nicholas Wade diving in there. These two drivers, they race side by side in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. They are both getting opportunities, their first starts at the Truck Series, and right now they are first and second their first time at Richmond. Up the track goes Gibson, and now Wade is going to try to reel him in. It's the battle of the part-timers here at Richmond. We have forgot to put the ticker up. I apologize for that, but we will get that going. Nicholas Wade reeling in DJ Gibson quickly. Jay Jefferson is up to that fourth position. Do not count him out at the track that he's won at before. Further back, Peter Onjak now trying to work his way around Carter Friesen. Friesen up to that fifth position. Beautiful run for Pedal to Metal Racing, a team that is likely to close at the end of the season due to just Chevy teams being difficult to run and the poor performance between him and Jake Rogers. Back there in that 8th position, Larry Hagan in this 41. He has ran so well this season in the trucks, but has only made 2 starts in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. In the Crown Royal Truck Series, though, he has 2 top 5s at Bristol and at North Wilkesboro, and had almost won both of those. In his final start of the season, the final short track before the chase, can he go up there and win it, or at least impress? If he does not remain on SSC Automotive next season for the Truck Series, you can know that he will be getting a lot of offers to drive in this series next season. Back up front, you see the battle now. Jay Jefferson pushes Ryan Butcher up. He is trying everything he can to get to that front. Jay knows he has the truck to beat, and Jay knows he is a driver to beat at any track he goes to. A very, very strong truck today. TSR Racing, they prepared for this race ever since it was announced back on the schedule. He did not have a good qualifying run, but he is really starting to make his way up through the field. Now up to the 3rd position. Pit stops will come up shortly, but can he hold on anyway? Let's get a flyby of the field here, and you can see all 27 trucks and where they run. Jacob Edson making a move towards the front. Diego Yepes is. Aiden Burkhart's kind of stalled out back there. But let's go ahead through the field here at Richmond. DJ Gibson out in front in this number 9 truck. He is for the Monster Motorsports team. Drives for Zachary Racing, and right now he is in the lead. Paul Jackson won the Daytona race in the Crown Royal Truck Series, that Crown Royal 300 earlier this season. Can DJ Gibson finally win a race this season in the Truck Series in his first start? But Nicholas Wade now, he gets the move to the inside. Now we're going to look at this battle, but it is Nicholas Wade in that 59 truck as he's about to pull the lead around on DJ Gibson if he can hold it. Nicholas Wade has ran for Red Bull Motorsports in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. Anjano made a deal with Sebastian Kukulon, the owner of Red Bull Motorsports, to let Nicholas Wade drive this 59 truck since Kukulon does not have the money to field a part-time car. And right now, Wade is impressing. Up in second, the best this 59 truck has ran all season long. Ryan Butcher in third. He has 1 win this season at Bristol, but he is still outside of the points standings. Outside of the chase standings, I should say. He is back to 11th in points. The win at Bristol pushed him up to 6th, but after Michigan and a poor performance there, he dropped to 11th. He is still fighting to make that chase berth. Jay Jefferson in 4th for Texas Star Racing. He made his first win, first and only career win in the Mountain Dew Custom Series in Season 1 here at Richmond. And the guy that he had to beat out was Peter Onjak. Little did they know they'd be the two battling for the championship, and that was just about the end of the season right there. Peter now making a move on Jay Jefferson for that 4th position. Peter, the Season 1 Mountain Dew Custom Series champion, has not shown much success in here, yet does have a 5th place finish. 5th place points finish, but no top 5s. Looking for that first one today. Nathan Stapleton, your pole sitter for PNC Hamill Racing, he has now moved up back into the 5th position. Wix Filters has announced that this is the final race they will sponsor the team, as they do not want to go back to Jones Racing Inc., and they do not want to have this poor performance for their sponsorship. So right now, Nathan Stapleton moving up into the 5th position, trying to get Wix Filters a win so he can keep some sponsorship for the remainder of the season. Back in 7th, Larry Hagan in that 41 truck, the Humboldt Broncos Memorial truck. Of course, their team owner Patrick Smith is from Canada, and he wanted to show his respect to the team that lost their lives a long time ago, last year. Now, Larry Hagan in that 8th position. He is fighting for his ride, as in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, he has performed so poorly that Patrick Smith, who knows if he'll keep him. Larry has been impressing a lot in the Truck Series and could finish this out with almost 4 top 10s, Daytona being the only one that gave him a bit of trouble. Back in 9th, Carter Friesen, the Canadian from Pedal to Metal Racing. The team is struggling and the team is failing. This team, the Allegiant Airlines sponsored number 91, has been with him all 3 seasons, and of course, to his only career win at Martinsville in season 1. But right now, Carter Friesen is just trying to hang on and get another top 10 to throw into his championship run. And Eli Bright back in 10th. Yesterday in South Boston, he almost won the race for Texas Star Racing, but he got passed by Nathan Ormond with 2 to go. Can he do it tonight? In a part-time entry, you see the other 2 part-time cars were running out in front for Monster Motorsports and Anjado. Can the Texas Star Racing, the third of the big 3 from season number 1 and season number 2, get up there and win this race? As we were going through the field, DJ Gibson has launched out, but it is now Peter Onjak in the hunt to chase him down. Can Peter pull away? Butcher gets turned sideways off of the corner after he got into Nicholas Wade, and now that 01 truck kind of getting loose there. Larry Hagan now bringing himself up into that 4th position. Stapleton in 3rd, Peter Onjak 2nd, but DJ Gibson has checked out in this number 9 truck here at Richmond. Will he be able to hang on? He's been overdriving a few corners, but you know, Peter Onjak, 3 years of experience. He tried to complete the triple this weekend, and his average finish is a top 5. He finished 2nd in the South Boston Mountain Dew Custom Series race, and he finished 5th in the Red Bull Short Track Showdown. Nathan Stapleton now, he was the fastest in practice. He's going to jump to the inside of Peter, move him into 2nd, and here comes Hagan. Larry Hagan, last season, SSC Automotive worked with Anjado, and at the end of the season, they broke off due to Anjado's struggling season 2. Now with season 3, Anjado is blooming, and SSC Automotive is failing. But Larry Hagan now up into 3rd. His team elder, Patrick Smith, sits almost back in 25th position. Ryan Butcher now putting the bumper to Jay Jefferson, trying to push him past Peter Onjak. And you see the distance across the line. Well, that changed right there. We'll go ahead back up to it, and it is a 2.16 second gap. 2 seconds over the field DJ Gibson has, as these guys cannot separate from each other and stop battling each other. Now Jay Jefferson wants to get that truck up there because he knows that he'll be able to chase them down with the superior engine and driver ability that Jay Jefferson has. Let's see if Jay can get it. We'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break here at halfway and get you guys back most likely for green flag pit stops here at Richmond. Back at the action here at Richmond, and you see DJ Gibson remains in the race lead, but it's now Jay Jefferson into 2nd. Further back, Diego Yepes, Blake Murray struggling. There's Sam Picard, Alex Kraft, Brady Burkhart. There's Patrick Smith, Zachary DeLillo, Derek Hamill now 27th. You can see why he's one of the worst in the series. But it now is Jay Jefferson trying to pull away from the pack and catch up to DJ Gibson. And you know Jay can do it. He has the truck too. Now, these guys have tried to pull away. You see further back Eli Bright making a move for 5th, but it's Ryan Butcher, Nathan Stapleton now 3rd and 4th. Butcher, one of the fastest drivers in the series, and Nathan Stapleton, the fastest driver at this track from qualifying right now. They are both trying to catch DJ Gibson, who is pulling away, but can the tires last, and will his pit strategy last him to the end? Of course, these guys will all most likely have to take one pit stop here at Richmond. And now you see Nicholas Wade making a move on Eli Bright. Eli now wanting to throw himself into the ring against the part-timers right there. Further back, you also see Sebastian Kukulon's pulled himself into this battle. Let's talk about the drivers a little further back. Aiden Burkhart right now sitting in that 13th position. He started about 24th. So right now this 18 team has marched towards the front, but it's not enough to really pull away from the pack like he wants to. Logan Cloud has also dropped back. Kalen Nosler. There's Jacob Edson, Diego Yepes, Blake Maurice. The highest runner of the top 4 in points is 13th, Aiden Burkhart. As they go by point standings, your points leader Blake Maurice making a move on Jacob Edson. That's for that 15th spot. So that's Blake Maurice. Aiden Burkhart's 13th. He's your points leader. Blake Maurice is 2nd in points. He's 15th. Jacob Edson's 16th in points. He's 3rd or 16th on the track. He's 3rd in points. Diego Yepes is 4th in points, and he's 15th on the track. And right now, the driver in the top 5 who's doing that well, Peter Onjak, he's about 8th or 9th. So that could move him a lot on these point standings. And I don't think these guys know how to catch a driver, because this is not what you're supposed to do. You get the fastest truck out in front and you just follow him around to get to up there to that race lead. Now Nathan Stapleton, is he the fastest truck? Don't know. Look at this. Carson Bowers out of nowhere this race. It looks like Ratings Day has really improved. His 25 truck is now he's making a move. Looking for that 4th position on Ryan Butcher. Where was he? He wasn't even in the top 10 when we went through the field. And now with 22 laps to go, he's putting himself in the top 5 as a contender for this race. But DJ Gibson, let's just say the prowess that he could join if he wins a race. Everyone on Monster Motorsports who has driven a truck this season, except for Sam Picard, has won a race. Has led a race, honestly, as Sam at North Wilkesboro and now here have both been struggling the entire race. DJ Gibson out in front, his first career truck start. If he wins this race, what offers could he get for this upcoming season? This 9 team is strong. Monster Motorsports is strong. And with Peak on the hood, based off of Paul Jackson's sponsor, can he get Peak its first career win in the NSDCA? We're coming around. It's going to be 20 to go this time by. Can DJ Gibson, not Paul Jackson, hold on to win this race? He has a 1.8 second lead over Nathan Stapleton. Stapleton wants to win for PNC Hamill. Could this be the entire underdog weekend for underdog teams? PNC Hamill, a team that's going down the gutter. Powerade Powersport, they were bankrupt, and now they brought themselves back to a 7th place finish yesterday at South Boston. And of course, McReynolds Family Racing, a team that a lot of people have written off, won yesterday at South Boston. Can the underdog team, the little team that could, PNC Hamill Racing, they've been around since season 1, but they've never won a race. Can they do it today? But they have to catch DJ Gibson. And now, with Ryan Butcher, Stapleton lost about 5 seconds. Butcher dives to the inside now. And these guys battling for second. Battle for second amongst yourselves. DJ Gibson's going to win this race anyway, unless there's a caution. So unless these guys battling brings out a caution, I don't know why they are battling this hard for second place when they could all work together in the draft and get up to the race leader. They only have 16 to go if they could do it. Jay Jefferson contact with Stapleton there, and he moves Stapleton out of the way. That might injure the 21 truck. Might be a tire rub on that team's truck. But now he moves himself up into 3rd, so I guess he accomplished what he set himself out to do. Another driver making his way through the field. Brandon Morris now up to that 6th position. Can Morris hang on? Burkhart Morris, not Burkhart Maurice. This is the struggling team of the two, but it was supposed to lead the alliance. Now Burkhart Maurice does. Burkhart Morris and Brandon Morris are on its last legs. Brandon has said if he does not make this chase this season, he will rethink his racing career. The 6 team may shut down at the end of the season, and Burkhart Morris may even shut down at the end of the season, allowing Burkhart Maurice to form another alliance. The question is, who would be able to step up and drive for that powerhouse of a team? Nicholas Wade now to the inside of Larry Hagan. Sebastian Kugelon also. He's moved himself up into this battle since the beginning. Carter Friesen has dropped himself back. One more time, we'll look through the field here. Blake Maurice, Jacob Edson right there. And it's a very far drop back now to Patrick Smith, Derek Hamill. 2 drivers who have just had completely horrible seasons for their teams. And right now in the 25th, 26th position with Johnny Zod 27th. Matty Porta as well has not really ran that well. And now Zachary DeLello going to give him a bit of a bump there. Coming off of the corner. That is the battle back for 23rd through 27th on the track. And there's DJ Gibson. He's actually about to lap these guys if he could catch them. That could be the first time in the NSDCA we've seen lap cars actually play a factor in the race. This race has gone green 48 laps, and it's been DJ Gibson all the way. Can Gibson go on and win this event after a dominating run? Domination doesn't always give you wins, but at Richmond, Jay Jefferson led all 40 laps and he won the race. Gibson now, he hasn't led all of the laps, but he has led almost over 40. Actually, he has led over 40, so Gibson on his way to an NSDCA victory in the Crown Royal Truck Series and only his first start in the series. Jay Jefferson now is trying to pull up there into second. He has the adjustments he's using. The same knowledge he did to win the Mountain Dew Custom Series race, but this again is a truck, so will it even matter? Jay is doing everything he can, but it's not enough, with Ryan Butcher trying to pressure him and make him mess up. With all these guys battling throughout this field instead of trying to race DJ Gibson down. You see, Jay Jefferson has started to reel in DJ Gibson. They just have to run single file, and they have to not let each other battle each other, because now Jay is starting to catch DJ Gibson. It went from a 1.97, 1.59, so that was 4/10 right there. So can Jay hang on? It's 10 to go, 9 to go next time by. Lap traffic could get in the way. And don't forget, do these guys have to pit? Do they need fuel? Do they need tires? Will they be able to save enough, or will this become a fuel strategy race to the end? Has Gibson saved enough? You can save 8 laps of fuel. It's not a very long track. That's only 2-3 gallons of fuel. And with Gibson's lead, he could have just let that go. He could have dropped all the way back to that pack and probably would have saved those 8 laps of fuel. But who has the fuel to the end? Who has the tires? Who has been saving those tires? Who has been saving the fuel? It looks like Jay really screwed up that corner. A 1.39, now all the way back to 1.67. So he gained almost a second on Gibson the last 2 laps, but it now looks like he's trying to conserve or save those tires. Now Gibson's going to have to worry about lap traffic. Derek Hamill, slowest driver out of the full-time 21 drivers. He will be the first one that Gibson has to maneuver around. And now DJ Gibson, he comes across. 7 to go in the Crown Royal Truck Series at Richmond. Dives to the inside of Hamill, but Hamill's going to hang on. No, Hamill lets him by, so Derek at least plays a bit courteous there. Jefferson gained another 10th there on Gibson, but I don't think there's enough time unless these lap trucks, who are now side by side in front of him, hold him up that badly. There you see the 5 of them. Derek Hamill has gone a lap down. Zod, Porta, DeLello, Smith, now the drivers in front of him. And Jefferson lost another 2/10 there, so Jefferson really, either he's overdriving the truck or he just does not have enough. Now Gibson has to go to the outside on his team owner, Zachary DeLello, in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, of course the alliance partner to Monster Motorsports. As we said, that's why he's in this 9 truck. Coming around, we have 5 to go at Richmond. Now in the lap traffic, Jefferson has gained a full 7/10, but he's going to have to battle the lap traffic as well. Will they move over, let him by? There's Derek Hamill. Jay's now going to have to dive to the inside of him. Zachary DeLello now. You see Zachary gives DJ the inside. I think Zachary wants to see his own driver win. Derek Hamill goes down and blocks Jay Jefferson, so Derek's about to get moved by Jay if that happens. And now DJ Gibson, he's clear of Zachary DeLello, clear of Johnny Zotti, as Matty Porta, Patrick Smith next up in front of him. And Jay Jefferson now having issues trying to get around Derek Hamill. Gibson is working his way nicely through these lap cars. Jefferson just cannot hold it. And now they are running out of fuel. Gibson's in it. Justin Knight. Gibson had to dive. And Jay Jefferson's going to take home the victory. Jay Jefferson might have just stolen this race on crashes. Nathan Stapleton had to drop to pit road. Jacob Edson, DJ Gibson had to dive under Justin Knight to get around him, and he might have just lost this race. Jay Jefferson beat him to the line. Did Jay Jefferson just steal this race victory? We will go ahead and get a replay. As long as these drivers don't head down pit road is the question, because they might be running out of fuel, but we will go ahead, take a look and see what happened here at Richmond. Who will have to dive down? Who is running out of gas? Carson Bowers running out of gas. So is Ryan Butcher. Jacob Edson, well, he's coming down anyway, but it looks like Clay and AJR both drove it too hard. And Jay Jefferson might have just stolen this race victory. Let's go ahead and get a quick replay of the caution. We'll get you guys back for the finish here at Richmond. So here it is. Blake Maurice was in the back of the pack. You see his truck just blows up on him. He's going to come around, and he's trying to get onto pit road. Just lost it. Came in too hot. Jacob Edson runs into the back of him. So now they're under caution. Justin Knight, he tried to commit to pit road. He chose against it because the caution came out. And Justin hits the wall. Here comes DJ. He goes to the inside, loses it on the banking. And Jay Jefferson goes around, takes the caution flag. And it will be Jay most likely winning this race after he was strong enough. And he might have just stolen this from DJ Gibson at the end because DJ did not know where to go in that 9 truck. Coming around, we're going to take the white flag here. And yes, no one else coming down to pit road. All you have to do is coast from here. We're going to finish this race under caution. Jay Jefferson, the experience might pay off. DJ, he did not know where to go. He has never been in a situation like that where he had to dive around, and he dove to the inside and thought that would work, but he sped too fast back up onto the banking. You saw him spin the rear tires when he tried to get up on the rear banking, and it spun him sideways. So I think he was trying to beat Jay and just wasn't fluid enough to win it. So now Jay Jefferson, DJ Gibson should have won this race. This was his race to win. I will not argue that, but Jay Jefferson is going to win this race here at Richmond. Jay came out of nowhere. He's been the threat all race long. He won this race back in Season 1 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series, the only other time we ran Richmond. And now Jay Jefferson, he's going to come home, and he's going to go ahead and take the win here at Richmond. What a race, what a finish, but it will be Jay Jefferson going 2 for 2 at Richmond. Peter Onjak running out of fuel. You saw him kind of take the bottom and a gap back to everyone else. So Peter is out of fuel. Kalen Nosler is going to finish this on pit road ahead of everyone else. Patrick Smith now ducks out of line. He's out of fuel. So is Sam Picard. So you saw these guys were trying to run it all the way to the end as best they could. Larry Hagan comes home fourth. That is his third top 5 at short tracks for the team in the Truck Series. Brandon Morris coming home third. Now Jay Jefferson out of fuel. So I don't think we're going to see a burnout from Jay. But still, he wins at Richmond. A beautiful run. So he is now the second driver to win in both series at the same track. Jacob Edson won at Las Vegas earlier this season, and he won in Season 1. And the same thing is happening here with Jay Jefferson. Jefferson steals the win from a dominant DJ Gibson after DJ screwed it up trying to get around the cars that destroyed themselves on the pit wall. A lot of trucks now out of fuel. As you see, they were just stretching it to the end. But thank you guys so much for tuning into Richmond, the triple header weekend of Virginia, with South Boston in the RBSTS, South Boston in the MDCS, and Richmond here in the Mountain Dew in the Crown Royal Truck Series. We'll see you guys next week. Only 3 races now until the chase, and it's been a great race and a great show till the end. DJ Gibson almost dominated this race to a win, but it will be Jay Jefferson stealing it on a late race caution. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.